Hello and welcome to Love, Light, and the Other Side. We're going to do a reading for you today. I haven't done one in a little while, and apparently there's some of you that miss my readings. So let's get right into it, and we'll do some readings. Okay. So I just had an urge to be able to do readings, and from some of you private messaging me and saying, hey, I haven't had a reading from you in a while. Can you do some readings? I thought, well, I'll sit down and do a reading. So your guess is as good as mine what's going to come out in this reading today. I'm hearing, where do we go from here? Where do we go from here? I have an offer. There's going to be an offer coming to you. After a separation, there's going to be offer after a separation, and somebody is closed off or resisting. So somebody's going to be closed off or resisting. Oh, I got two here. So the next one out was beliefs. And then I have expectations. So what I'm getting here is that somebody wants to meet up after a long separation. They have an offer. They're going to start wondering if this is worth fixing, if this relationship is worth fixing. So they want to compromise with you. They are saying, well, let's try it this way and see if it works. But someone in this relationship is resisting because they've been so hurt from the things that happened in this relationship that caused the separation, that they're guarded and they're resisting and they're very closed off. They don't want to, they're not ready yet. They're not ready to play nice. And they believe that what happened to separate the two of you is going to keep on coming back over and over and over and over, because you see things one way, the other person sees things the other way. You believe, strongly believe, that this is not your fault. You feel that you're very vindicated in what you did, and the other person feels the same way. So it's kind of like a truce where this other person is wanting you to, maybe work with them, and you're kind of pushing back, but you're willing to sit down and negotiate. You're not really ready to give up anything that you've worked so hard for. You've done a lot of work on yourself. You've done a lot of self-worth. Before, you did not have any borders put up. You didn't have any restraints. They would be able to say whatever they want, whenever they want, and you would just take it. It seems like this was a first time really serious relationship, where you've had relationships in the past, but nothing really felt this way like this relationship felt. This relationship was started off very slowly. Very slowly. You didn't have too many people in your life before this relationship, and you decided to live together, and it seemed like once you started living together, everything just broke loose, and everything went really, really crazy, and you don't want to go back there again. So you're a little reserved, and your expectations about getting back together are higher than what they were when you first started dating, because there's been so much experience there, and there's so much things that you both went through that you're not ready to play nice. You're not ready to go back to the relationship the way it was. You don't want to go right into the same thing. Starting out at the bottom again and working your way up might be the best thing at this time. But, you're not ready to get really into this relationship. You just want to let things, muster their way through. You want to see how it's going to work out. Springtime may be the time where you say, okay, let's start back in a relationship. But right now, when the weather is really snowy outside, and in the winter, you don't want to play nice. You just, going on a couple of dates with this person would be okay for you, and starting out very, very slowly, like being friends first, and working back into a relationship because you were hurt so bad and you just don't want to go there again. You don't want to be put back into the relationship you had before, because if you go back into the relationship you have before with the same way you feel right now, you're not going to get anywhere. Sometimes you just feel like, you know what, I'm going to let go of this person. I'm just letting him go, letting her go, and see where things go from there. Maybe just getting away from everything. Just picking up, getting the girls or getting the guys together, and just picking up somewhere and going on some trip. Not having anything to do with the relationship. Yes, you've heard his offer or her offer, but, you don't want to get yourself back in there, and you don't want to waste the time finding out whether you're going to get back in there or not. You have the Nine of Wands, but if you're a foodie like me, you have the Nine of Wands, you want a little bit more. You don't want to go back into the way things were before. You want the Ten of Wands, not the Nine of Wands. You want everything that this person wants to offer you, but you don't want to have any of the pain or suffering that it went through. You want the relationship to be a bit sweeter with the candy canes. You want the relationship to be sweeter than it was, because you just found that all of it was just very, very toxic. And you don't want to go back into a relationship with the King of Wands. You don't want to go back into a relationship where you were offered so much before, and now you're going back into it and you're offering so much less than before. You want to be able to be your own person. You don't want to be controlled. You don't want to be wrapped up and told what to do. You want to be your own person, and the only way that you could do that is just to have a break. Go with your friends to somewhere warm, over the winter holidays. Discuss with your friends. See what they say. Don't put everything on the table to your friends, because they're always going to take your side, and you'll be going off on this trip thinking, well, I'll see what my friends say, and coming back hating the person that you had met with to hear his offer or her offer. So you pretty much just have to touch the waters with your friends and see what kind of advice they give you. You're still attracted to this person, which makes things even harder. You are attracted to the person to the right time into your life. You were attracted to that person. You needed that person at the time, because, that person, although the relationship was hard and rocky, that person did teach you a few things that you never thought that you would learn from, that you would have to learn, because the relationship was so awkward. And it left you feeling very torn about any other relationship you get into with anyone else. And from what I'm hearing is you would prefer your either cat or dog more than you would to that person. So maybe, it's not the right timing, it's not the right person, give it a couple of years, you might feel differently. But right now you're still hurt. And even though they want to give you an offer of apology and asking for forgiveness, you could still forgive them if you choose to. But you don't have to go back into a relationship just because they apologized and now they're coming to you with their heart on their sleeve. You could turn around and say, no, simply, I don't want this anymore. Thank you for teaching me what I do want in my world, but I just don't want this. Connection. Love is the bridge between connecting souls and cherishing those connections. Maybe you'll meet somebody else. So when you're on this trip with your friends, you might connect with somebody else, or you could be connecting with your friends and finding out what they say. You don't want to go down the same road you did before with this relationship. And you want to really find a relationship where you feel free. Like the butterfly, you will meet a new love interest or party, or at a party or a night out. When you go out with your girlfriends, or guy friends, You might be meeting somebody else that strikes your interest more, and you don't want to go back to a dead-end relationship and miss the opportunity to be with somebody else. Love is beautiful. Mess. Embrace its imperfections. Maybe going out with a couple more people, you might be able to find that the relationship just wasn't serving you. And the offer, you've thought it over and you just don't want to go back to the way things were. Maybe trying someone new would be a bit more appropriate for you at this time. So if you're wondering, you could take what I say and you could either try to start things off slowly again and see how things go, or you can get into a new connection. Now, this is going to be a lot of cards here that just came out. So this may have to do with Leo, an Aries, a Sagittarius. It also may have Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius in it. There was a lot of trust issues that you weren't able to get past, and you thought this might have been a twin flame. But if you've heard my readings before, you know how strongly I believe that twin flames are extremely rare. Other readers will say that, oh, you can find your twin anywhere. Twin flames are extremely rare. They happen like once in a lifetime. They're extremely rare, and they don't necessarily have to be the person that you're with. You could be with your soulmate and cherish and love your soulmate without ever finding your twin flame, or your twin flame could be in another relationship and you may never be with that person. But then again, with your twin flame, that's a part of you. So no matter what, you will carry a part of this person wherever you go, your twin flame. But sometimes when we're in a relationship, somebody may be so much like ourselves, we'll think that's a twin flame, when actually all it really is a soulmate that's there to teach us a lesson. In this situation with the past relationship, this person could have just been there to teach you a lesson that you never learned about relationships. And now you have a new relationship coming forward. This new relationship could be the one that you were learning your lessons from the last one for. You might find that when you're with the last person, your ex, it might trigger more of the problems that you had with them, and you'll never really get over what happened in the past. So you kind of want a solid foundation. You don't want to go into a relationship already on rocky grounds. That's why you just don't want to jump back into the old. You want to slowly go back in it. And, you know, your heart's really not into going back to the relationship. This could involve, the new relationship could involve a Pisces, a Cancer, or a Scorpio. There may be an unexpected storm coming your way, where it could be that the past relationship, when you turn around and say, nope, I've decided this is it, I'm done, I don't want to go back to you, I just want to leave it this way, and that's it. Senora, see ya, bye. And there could be a storm that could come about it. You'll accept the apology and you will forgive the person. But the only reason why you're going to forgive the person is because you were taught valuable lessons about relationships that you never really had before. And you want to avoid your answer or getting back with the first person, and you just want to leave it as a stalemate. You don't want to go back to that person. Your heart's telling you not to. Your heart wants to go somewhere else. But, you know, you've been raised to think, should I give people a second chance? Should I give them a second chance? Now, you've got good intentions on giving people a second chance. You truly do. You really want to give somebody a second chance. But, you know, you're saying, you know, you just want distance away from this person. I can feel how, you know, you're getting the headache. You're just like, I want to get back into the relationship to give them a second chance because I believe everybody should have a second chance. But I really don't want to get back in that relationship. I need to get the hell away from here. I need to go away with my friends. I need to just tone the other person out. And on this trip you may meet somebody else. You're wishing for a relationship that stops time for. And this relationship you had before, it made you feel like, oh my God, I don't want to see what the future is going to behold for us. I don't want that person in my future. So for this person to come and give you an offer and apologize to you and everything like that, you're iffing back and forth. You need to get away to think about it. You may decide to go back into the relationship at springtime, but it just feels so cold like winter. You're really iffing about it. And you're going within yourself and you're activating your own energy and you're thinking about this over and over. You've got all the information now from friends and family. You've researched everything that you possibly could to make a good decision, because this is your future, this is your life, this is who you are. And the worst thing about it is the family likes this other person, and the person that you broke up with, the family likes them, and it tears your heartstrings, because you don't want your family to be upset with you either. They like this person, they get along with this person, but you feel so trapped. You feel like, I need to get out of here. It's like you need some kind of sign to turn around and tell you what to do, because you're having a hard time making a decision over one or the other. You just don't know anymore what you're going to do. And, getting away with the girlfriends and me keep on going around in the circle over and over and over and over, you're in the in-between. You don't know whether to go one way or go the other way. And you're looking to me to see if I could help you. And the only thing I can say to you is there may be a new love that's coming towards you. And this person is going to light you up and make you feel like, why in the hell do I ever think about going back to the last person? Going forward. What are we looking at going forward? You're looking at getting together with community, friends, finding the answers. What you seek, you will find. You're looking towards the past at the thrift shop magic. You're looking at the past, and you strongly believe the past tells you what the future is going to be. And what goes around comes around. So you honestly believe that if you go back into the past, what goes around comes around is going to keep on coming around in a circle, like this reading's starting to do. Open your eyes on your own paper. Maybe write down, like some people write down the good things and the bad things about getting back into this relationship. There's an offer on the table. Do you take this offer, or do you go with someone new? Thank you very much. And this is Love Light on the Other Side. Click on the like button, tell your friends, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.